so glad you could join us for Our Town Route 66. Matt Metcalf, Joe Barlow, taking you on the road today.
Yeah, we are celebrating all that Route 66 has to offer. We're talking Americana, we're talking wheels, and speaking of wheels, we have an amazing ride for today. We're going to walk over here. This is the vehicle that Matt and I get to spend our hour today in. And this is a live show. I don't know when the last time a whole hour of TV has been broadcast inside an RV going down Route 66. I don't know if that happened before.
I don't know that it has either, because this technology is so new. We barely know how to use it, so we're going to have a little fun today.
Well, we've rigged it with cameras. We've got plenty of stuff, and we've got a really fun show planned.
We do. So let's take a look at the map so you can see exactly where we're going to be heading in the next hour. Right now, we are in beautiful Funks Grove in McLean County, and we have a neat story to tell you about there, which we'll share coming up in just a minute. And then a little bit later, we're going to be heading down to McLean, where we're going to visit the Dixie Truck Stop, which is one of the very first truck stops here in central Illinois and right here on Route 66.
Yeah, and after that, we're back in the RV. I mean, we're going to be getting a lot of cool AC. This might be the best our town temperature-wise, because we have a temperature control.
Hard out, Roscoe.
Jennifer, Miss Roscoe.
That's right.
Madam, sorry. But yeah, we've got plenty more. We're hopefully going to end up in Lincoln before the 5 o'clock news. But if we don't, I think we get to take over the 5 o'clock news. They didn't tell us.
Well, we're going to try to make it to Lincoln. This is a very special edition of ciLiving, Our Town Route 66, and it starts right now. So we're literally about to take the show on the road, but before we do, Joe mentioned this incredible RV that we're getting to be in today, cruising down Route 66. It's courtesy of Pontiac RV, our sponsors for today. Ken Caver, thank you so much. This is going to be a great ride.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us here today. Today we're in our 2016 Allegro Tiffin 36LA with the 2 slide outs on this side. As you can see, they've got it fired and ready to go for the show here. This is the latest and best unit that we've got, and I'm just looking forward to this.
Yeah, this is really snazzy. So you guys offer a lot of different things at Pontiac RV. I mean, when you see the pictures of the lot, it's amazing how many different kinds and sizes of RV you have.
Yeah, we've been in business for 30 years, and we sell everything from the smallest little towable tent camper to something this size or even a little bit larger.
Well, and we work our way around the front of the bus here. I mean, it feels like a bus, but it really isn't a bus. But when we see the accommodations on the inside, we come out wide here. There's a TV on the outside of the bus. I don't feel like I'm camping at all.
Yeah, we've got all the comforts of home here. We've got a full-size patio, of course, with our outside TV. So that you set up and we can be out here cooking out, watching TV. We've got in-motion satellite TV on top there, so just like being at home.
Well, and you got lots of storage. Open that up so folks can see it, because when you make these kinds of trips,
pass-through storage for taking all your gear, your lawn chairs, everything you need to, take the home on the road with you.
Yeah, and that's really what this is, a home on the road. So we'll give that a close and then head inside the bus here. Watch this court, one of the challenges of doing live TV. So we come up on here, Kent, and this really is beautiful. Tell me a little bit about what some of the accommodations are in here.
Yeah, again, we've got all the comforts of home. We've got a full-size residential refrigerator. We've got central vacuum. We've even got a fireplace, flex steel furniture that makes into sleeper. This unit here will sleep 4 comfortably. Can be converted to a unit that would sleep 6. We've got a queen-size bed there in the back.
Yeah, well, and I'm seeing as we pass here multiple televisions.
Yeah. One up in the front, one here, one in the bedroom.
I'm going to sneak past our photographer Tony here real quick. I mean, you can see back here in the master bedroom. This is huge, Kent.
Yeah, this is a full-size residential queen bed. We've got surround sound, ceiling fans. It's basically everything that you need to travel.
Well, yeah, you got the ceiling fan for the nights when it's nice to open the windows and get that fresh air, but the air conditioning in here works great too.
Yeah, we've got 2 air conditioners running full blast today, keeping it good and cool in here for all the guys.
Yeah, and lots of extra space back here. Oops, occupied. Our director Pete's in the washroom doing very important things for the show, making sure this all gets on television. So again, Kent, a great, and he's waving now. So let's head back out here, Kent. Tell me a little bit about what people would really like. This is great for families. This is especially extended families who want to take something like this on the road.
Yeah, the thing with the RVs nowadays, there are so many configurations. Some that'll sleep with bunk beds. Whether it just depends on what you want to do with it, where you're traveling. Maybe you're going to be tailgating. Maybe you go spend 6 months to get out of the weather up here in the Midwest. So you just have just about everything you can imagine we've got available up there at Pontiac.
And your philosophy too, as we saw on some of those graphics earlier, was you're wanting to help people have a good time. This is something that enables family, enables you to do things on the road, and you try to make that easy.
Oh yeah, traveling with the family, the memories that you create over the years. Going out west, down south, wherever. There's a lot of great places right here in central Illinois to stop for this weekend travels. It's just a great way to a great lifestyle.
And to enjoy the opportunities out on Route 66, certainly.
Of course, of course.
Kent Kafer with Pontiac RV, thank you so much. You're going to get behind the wheel now? Okay, well, first, though, we want to check in with Joe, who got an opportunity to go inside here in Funk's Grove to learn how to make maple syrup. Here's Pontiac RV's website when you need it.
Thanks, Matt. I'm in here with a sweet story, and I have the lady whose family has been a part of creating this sweet treat for quite a long time. It's Gleda Funk, and you are not a member of the Funks by blood, but you did marry into the Funk family, right?
I found out what work was.
And you learned that work involves tapping trees. Let's talk about what you actually do here.
Okay. Well, I have actually taken in all aspects of it, from the bottling, the tapping, the everything. But not my husband always did most of the work, and I said I got to meet all the customers. I thought I had the fun part.
Yeah, well, okay, so let's explain this object right here. If people haven't made their own maple syrup before, they don't know what that is.
Okay. This is a spout, and we drill a hole into the tree about 3 inches and at a slight incline, and then you pound the spout into the tree. It only goes in just a little ways, just enough to support the bucket on the tree. This spout has a hook under it that fits through the hole in the bucket, and that holds a bucket on the tree. You have to have the constant freezing and thawing for the sap to rise, so it has to be, ideally it would be like in the 40s in the daytime and down to 25 or 6 at night. Has to stay down about 5 or 6 hours in order to do any good. And so once it starts to warm up and the sap starts dripping into the buckets, we try to wait just a little bit before we start gathering so they have time to fill up. It takes about 12 hours to fill a bucket.
Wow.
And when it just comes out drip, 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 like you've left your faucet on, just a slight drip.
Yeah.
So it's not very much. And so then after they have enough in the buckets to start collecting, they go around with the bucket. I'm talking about buckets. Now we're doing a lot of tubing. But with the buckets, you wait until the buckets are full, partially full, because you don't wait till they're full, because you'd never make it around. They'd be running over.
Yeah.
So we start gathering them. We hang around 6,000 taps altogether, and mostly now it's tubing. Taps.
Well, there's actually a great picture on the wall we want to make sure we see, and that kind of shows this process you're talking about. And one thing you mentioned is it looks like water when it's dripping out, right? People are surprised.
It does. They are surprised.
Yeah, well, okay, so after that, you said it takes about 40 gallons of that clear water-looking liquid to make 1 gallon of syrup. So you need a lot of process, or there's a lot to the process of creating this that people may not realize, right?
Right. We have a friend that said he tapped some trees. My husband told him, you can tap your yard trees. And at the end of the season, my husband said, oh, just keep the buckets. He'll be there for you next year. And he said, shook his head and said, no, I don't think I'm going to make it next year. I ended up with a teaspoon of unfiltered syrup.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, didn't pay off. But you guys have, obviously, great trees. You've been doing it since 1824. How has Route 66 played a part in the business?
Well, when we first started making, right after World War II, of course, Route 66 was the main highway, as it's always been until recently. And so people were naturally just drawn up here, and they'd see the buckets on the tree, and they'd think, oh, it's syrup time.
Yeah,
So they'd come in, and so we built up quite a business just starting out by selling on Route 66. So.
Well, and you're busy. You're getting phone calls, and we've had quite a few customers come here, so it's great. One thing I need to do before we hit the road, which we have to do shortly, is I have to get a taste of this. And what do you think the difference between your syrup is and maybe something I would buy in the store?
Oh, it's you taste it and you can tell me.
Oh, all right. Pressure's on. It's so smooth and sweet and tasty, and we thank you so much for having us. I'm being told we have to hit the road, so
That's fine.
thanks so much for having us.
Fine, Joe. Thank you. It was
All right.
nice meeting all of you.
Okay, and we have to go. We have to hit the road, so I'm going to join the rest in the RV. We'll be back with more On the Go here on Route 66.
Jackson, everything you're looking for.
Jackson Ford in Decatur invites you to visit our